Good morning, and thank you very much for joining us. We're so sorry we're coming way behind schedule. Let us not dress it up. So sorry about that, but we are here now. And my guests, we've been here all the time. They're raring to go. Honorable Ogene Emma Ogo is in the studio with me. He's a former member of the House of Representatives as well as the ECOWAS Parliament. Honorable, you're welcome. Thank you very much.
I'm honored to be with you again.
Our pleasure. Yeah. And also Dr. Nwachukwu Anakwenze. He's a business/policy analyst, and he's joining us from all the way over in the United States. He's joining us remotely via Zoom. Good morning to you, Dr. Anakwenze.
Yeah, good morning this morning, good afternoon this afternoon.
Indeed. Okay, so here we are. Let me quickly start with you because we have some catching up to do. Honorable Ogene Emma, what we have now is that do you see it also as a coalition crisis that they say is brewing because the ADC has said that things are not going to go the way the organizers are feeling?
First of all, because of the desire of the major players, David Mark, Atiku, El-Rufai, to grab power, they did bother to do the takeover of ADC constitutionally. As we speak to you, several chairmen of ADC, like Elas Adiku from Benue State, the state chairman, have said he's not stepping down. The party has not been taken over. Akwa Ibom state chairman, Etibok Umo, says he's still the state chairman. From Borno, Mohammed Kadi is also completely. So all over the place. In other words, when we talk about ADC, the coalition is talking about, the ADC is not yet in their hand. Even the former presidential candidate and chief financier of ADC, Dumobi Kashuku, have said the party still remains what it is. The only person, Ralph Wosu, who was the national chairman of the party, is the one who said, oh, agree it away. And David Mark, well, as a former military man, said he has captured the party for themselves. I mean, people who are planning to rule a country like Nigeria, who says they want to remove the party that is in power, ordinary party that you want to use as an organ, you cannot do it democratically. You didn't follow the constitution of the party. El-Rufai just issued statement. The party is taking over.
But they said they had a meeting that INEC sort of attended and verified.
Yeah, but as you can see, there were no meetings like that. All this is false because otherwise, over 80% of the state chairmen have said they are not part of it. And the party chairman said they have members ESCO at the state, at the local government, and at the ward. And then there are ward chairmen, ward secretary. If you want to join a party, you go and register your ward. You move up. That's what you should do.
That's what you should do.
But when you don't do that, you just come up and say, oh, we have captured the party. They've back, this former military man, they still think we are still in military period. So it's unfortunate because right from Abdisho, they have failed.
Okay, let me find out from Dr. Anakwenze what his view is. Good morning, Dr. Anakwenze.
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah. Okay, well, how do you see it? Is there a crisis brewing as ADC is setting terms for joining in its fold?
The main thing is they have to follow the party rules. That's the main thing. There's nothing wrong with having a combined opposition mega party. There's nothing wrong with that. It happened in Kenya. It happened everywhere in order to dethrone the existing group that's in power. But this ADC, my problem is that it's full of all the corrupt people in the past, like Atiku, El-Rufai, all those kind of people. Even David Mark don't have clean hands from the past. If you're talking about you want to bring a new group together, you have to be talking about something positive that will change the country in a big positive way. That's what will lead to dethroning the present government. You don't have those kind of people, except for maybe P2B. Is the only one that have a positive record. These other people don't have any positive record that will make people vote for change. in terms of taking over a party, they need to do it constitutionally.
Well, when you just said that, you know, I guess we ought to be sort of restrained in our expressions. When you just said that it's made up of a bunch of corrupt people, I recall that among their own considerations too is that they needed to rid the country of, you know, all sorts of corruption and all sorts of. I think somebody even said something about urban bandits in power. So it's like this whole corruption thing, it depends on who is speaking. Both of them are laying these charges at each other.
But, you know, I'm neutral. I'm not afraid of anybody. So I'm not afraid of calling a spade a spade. I'm not you. I don't work for the TV. I'm not afraid of talking.
Yeah, but
I'm telling you, we need clean hands. We need clean people to change the direction of Nigeria.
I hear you. Thank you very much. But you need to have evidence for what you sort of assert, allege, but, you know, not to make too much of a...
EFCC have taken him to court. The state governor have accused him of stealing over 400 billion naira. It's a public domain.
Okay. All right. Exactly. Well, if that is what you are saying, and those are facts that are out there.
Yeah.
And as you know, having gone to court, you know, it's a matter of still an allegation that needs to be proved.
Yeah.
You know, so just to put this in perspective. But I think Dr. Anakweze was finished. Dumebi Kachukwu, who has also reacted, he was the presidential candidate.
And the financier of the party.
Okay, and the financier of the party. But he has been met...
He was the leader of the party.
But it has been said of him that, oh wait, you're not a member of our National Executive Committee. You were just made the presidential candidate. That's the way they are saying it.
No.
If you read what is out there.
I know, but he was the leader of the party, just like Tinubu was the leader of APC.
That's right.
He was not a member of the ESCO of APC. Atiku was the leader of PDP. He was not a member of the ESCO. So Kachukwu was in the same position. It's like saying at the peak of it, you come to take over PDP.
And Kachukwu...
And then you did not consult Atiku.
And Kachukwu has also said that nobody has spoken to him.
To him about it.
About it at all, you know.
And these are the kind of people who claim they want to rule Nigeria, to make Nigeria a better place. They want to take over power. With this type of attitude, only one party you are taking over. You can't hold meetings and do it the proper way, you know. And when you look at the people, look at all their character. Maybe only Obi may be excluded, but we'll get to be also. Look at their character. They are all people who have failed. Look at Atiku. He left PDP 4 times.
Allegedly.
No, he left PDP. No, he left PDP 4 times.
Okay.
To ACA contested, he lost. He came back to PDP. First contested PDP, lost to the Jonathan, then went to ADC. Contested, lost, he came back to PDP. Then he contested PDP, lost, he went to APC. Contested APC, if he lost, he came back to PDP. It's a rolling stone. He's not somebody with integrity. He doesn't have political integrity. You jump in from here to there, the desire to rule is so strong that he doesn't care about integrity, doesn't care about doing the thing in the right way.
Well, that's not the way he sees it, because the man, from all that we are hearing, is bent on going to the electorate and saying to them, you know, vote for me.
Yeah, but the electorate have rejected him 5 times.
Yes.
Atiku have been rejected by the electorate 5 times, even when Tinubu was not in power. So when you look at it, then you look at El-Rufai. I mean, you know, El-Rufai name was submitted for ministerial ADC. He was happy, he accepted it. He went for screening until they found out that security reports indicated that he was involved in bringing bandits into Nigeria. And he said it.
Are you sure? Is this?
Yes.
Because you're actually doing what I sort of requested.
Yes.
That, you know, support your facts with evidence.
The idea, in fact, he has said it. That's why it was
the same El-Rufai that reportedly at one point was paying people to behave.
Now, to create problem in Nigeria.
Yes.
So because of that, I mean, look at bandits, this killing people in the Benue State. Well, killing people in Delta, everywhere, all over the country. Look at Sokoto, look at bandits kill people. And then you come out that were among those that brought those people. So he was rejected. It's not Tinubu that rejected him. because he keeps saying, oh, the President Tinubu was ungrateful. He did show appreciation to him for what he did. But your name was submitted and security report did not favor you. And then, because of that, if it's one person, he will humble himself and try to clear his name.
Yes.
Instead, he wants to grab power. And then, sometimes, he behaves like God. Tinubu can never come in. Oh, Tinubu will never get one vote. That is what he said about Obi. He said Obi cannot get more than 2% of the vote. He can do that. He was shocked Obi got more than 30% of the vote. He can do that. The same man now is our President Obi. He wants to run as deputy to Obi. He doesn't want Atiku to run. Because if Atiku runs, he can't be a deputy. He wants to be president. He wants to run. He's angry that Wike was made minister of FCT, saying that, oh, FCT is reserved for the Northerners. But look at the good work Wike is doing in the FCT. Roads, abandoned bridges, things that have been abandoned for over 18 years, Wike is completing them. All the other towns in Abuja, you know, which were abandoned, DDGs, and that President Wike, he has opened express, you know, dual carriageways in all of them. You know? So this is a tribalistic man who says, oh, it must be Muslim ticket. Tinubu did it because he wanted at least to use it to win election. But El-Rufai's case was religious. A man who was governor in a state where there are almost 40% Christian, you didn't even give the deputy. Speaker of the House, you don't give to them. And you say you want to become president of the country. You want to guide the country. El-Rufai is politically is a failure. Almost half of the people in your state, you said you cannot give them any position. Only you will be involved. So when you look at it, the group of the people, it's unfortunate. When you talk about Obi, well, it's a fine gentleman.
Well, we'll come to Obi. Let me quickly go back to Dr. Anakwenze.
Yeah.
Dr. Anakwenze, well, you are in faraway, you know, the U.S. Are you satisfied that you have a sufficient feel of what's going on? Because you were just saying that, look, me, I'm not afraid of anybody, that kind of a thing. So I will say the way I call it. Are you sometimes concerned that you might not actually, you know, be aware of the psychology of what's going on the ground? It's a question that I wonder if it ever bothers you, not being here in person.
You know, I come to Nigeria every other month. I spend 1 month in America. I spend the other month in America. I go to my village better than you. I go to my village.
I'm sure of that. I don't go to your village as much as you yourself will be going.
I'm talking about you going to your own village.
No, my own village is in Abeokuta. So when you say, you know. Okay.
Most of the Nigerians don't go to their village better than me. That's my point.
So
I know the psychology of Nigeria. I'm down on the ground. I'm part of the Royal Council in my place. I'm part of the security system. I'm part of the business. I own 10 factories in Nigeria. I have a lot of agricultural business. I'm very involved about people hungry, people not hungry. Petroleum is high, petroleum is not high. I know everything about Nigeria. I know it better than you people.
Okay. This is excellent because this is what you've just spoken about is exactly what you know, co-travelers in ADC are saying. You know, this is what we are coming to do for Nigeria. It's like they're saying Nigeria needs to be fixed, and they are the people to fix it. But just before you go, sir, Mazi Okorafo has come on the line. Let me quickly bring him on, and I'll come to you after that. Good morning, Mazi Okorafo. No, if you're not there yet, let me quickly go back to... Hello, Mazi, are you there? Okay, all right. Well, sorry about that, Mazi. Maybe you'll try again one later. You know, so to, you know, go back to where I was, Dr. Anakwenze, you know, so what do you think? Because this is what members of the ADC have been saying, what you've just said, that I'm concerned about Nigeria, you know, hunger and all of that, and they are going on their own campaign of, are we better off now than, you know, before the change of administration? That's the kind of, I don't know if it's a trick question or not, but that's the question they are asking their people to just ask anybody who wants to challenge you. Say, look, wait, are you better off now or not better off now, before we begin to talk?
The people who are talking, their hand is soiled. They don't have any credibility. You need people. China was very behind, like Nigeria. They brought serious-minded, intelligent people to drive China. Now China is shaking America. India was backward like Nigeria. India is gone. Most of the CEOs in American companies are Indians. Nigerians are more intelligent than them. Nigerian young people are more intelligent than Chinese and Indians. I'm telling you that. In America, when you bring a Nigerian person in America, they get top of the 10%. Only when they come to Nigeria, it's chop and corruption destroys them. We need people who are serious about changing Nigeria so we can be a world power. God wants us to be a world power, but you have people who have nothing, no serious education, no serious achievement, except for being a governor and stealing people's money. That's what people like Atiku have. That's El-Rufai have. They don't have anything. They have not achieved anything. We don't want to go back to like Buhari. Let me finish. We don't want to go back to like Buhari.
I really wish you wouldn't be mentioning these names in the context in which you are doing so.
It's a wasted 8 years.
They're not here to defend themselves.
We want to move away from that.
Okay. I hear you. Dr. Anakwese. But I was just appealing that, seeing as the gentlemen that you have cause to mention, it is within your right to mention them. They're not here to defend themselves. But I don't need to tell you that, you know it yourself. So we'll just continue the way it is. You see, Dr. Anakwese, I think he's also passionate about Nigeria. And you can see it from what he's saying.
Successful man.
Yes.
And Nigeria should be proud of.
And he's taking,
far away in the U.S.
But he's still, as he was just saying, he's in and out of Nigeria on a monthly basis. Just as much as you are yourself, even though there was a time when you were of PDP.
Yes, I was in PDP. 2015, I won an election under PDP. 2019, I won an election under PDP at the Federal House of Rep. But, the party became toxic because of attitude of people like Tambua, people like Atiku, all of them, David Mark and co. Party became toxic. And you can see they are not moving forward. You finish election, the man who came second, you said you want to take him as a running mate. You never did that. The man that you used before, Obi, who did very well, who gave a lot of vote, you just drop him. So people were dissatisfied, became toxic, and so
but as
we had to leave.
As somebody who you would know, having formerly been in PDP, talking about Olabade George, he has said the one thing that is clear that is coming at him is the shamelessness of some of the actors, and in this connection, for the very reasons you started off with, explaining about Atiku's toing and froing, he said this is the height of shamelessness.
That is it. That is it. Well, Baba George said it right. He was my leader in PDP, very close leader, so I will not join issues with him. But I think that the way they ran the PDP, they wanted to make it their personality. You can see the way they are also trying to run ADC. You just get to ADC, you say you have captured it, and then you pressure the state and the national chairman to resign, put the remark there, and then you dissolve all the state ESCO, or the ward ESCO, or the local government ESCO. Are you a military government?
I see.
I mean, it's shameful that Atiku and his co-travelers at this time can behave in such a manner, can run a party in such a manner. Today, the entire ESCOs of the party have rejected them. So when they are even talking about ADC, they should not even the coalition. The coalition cannot even be talking about ADC because ADC doesn't belong to them yet. They still have so many legal and constitutional issues on the party to solve before they can talk about it. The thing that pains me is that when they do careless things like this, because of the greed and hurry to take power, want to capture power, they will do things in such a way that it will backfire. And then they will say, oh, it's Tinubu. Is it Tinubu that told them not to hold a Congress? Is it Tinubu that told them not to join the party in the world level? Is it Tinubu that told them to sack the World ESCO, sack AGESCO? Is it Tinubu that told them not to join the party at the world level? They are too big. If you are not a member of your party at the world level, you are not a member of the party. So they went there in commando form, commandeered it. After all, they have a former general as the chairman, you know. So I don't know if they survive it, I don't know where they are going to get their vote for. Okay. Because when you look at even the remark, like Wike said, he was Senate president for about 16 years. Go to his hometown. No rules, nothing. Place is like abandoned, you know, you don't see any development. So what are you struggling for this power for? To do what?
Okay. Doctor, okay, I'm being told to go on break, but we've had a challenge. Okay, tell you what, yes, I will take that break. Achukwu Anakwenze, what do you think of the state chairmen of this coalition vessel that they are working on being in disagreement with the way they are being taken over? Do you see this as a serious matter, or do you think it's a hurdle that they can cross and get on with the business, which, as they have stated, is to replace the Tinubu administration of APC?
They should try to include the state chairman that they already have. They are trying to join. When you're trying to join, you need to be nice and friendly to other people. Unless the state chairman committed crime and stole money, then you replace them. If not, they should keep them. But they should have the person that is the striker for their team to be the most clean person they have. If they don't, they are going to lose. You know, Buhari have led and gone, achieved nothing. It's time for Southerners to provide leadership. You need to try something different so that Nigeria can have a chance. God gave Nigeria everything: iron, gold, silver, diamond, oil, gas. God gave us rice, beans, river, water, yam. There's nothing that God didn't give us. We don't have earthquake, hurricane, tornado like you have in America. We should be a world power because we filled in the third 11. That's why we're not where we're supposed to be. You know, we can't tolerate this anymore. You cannot be coming and talking about somebody who's a state governor that sponsors terrorists to kill his people. He sponsored them to kill his people. He wouldn't let his people become vice governor. He wouldn't let them have any serious role. How can you be considering that person for national leadership? You know, this is an abomination. Okay. You know, and you know, I'm serious about this thing because I'm not afraid. I know your condition as a media man. I'm not a media man.
No, I don't have a condition. I don't have a condition. Please just freely speak your mind. It's important.
Yeah. That's what, you know, we need to be bringing out the best quality Nigerian people. Nigerian people are good. Nigerian people are intelligent. They can compete with America, Chinese, Russia. Hey, we can do it. We can win. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I hear you.
Let's not wait anymore. We're the leader of the black people in the whole world.
Okay. Let me just ask a quote-unquote funny question. Because you are, you know, a business policy, perhaps even political analyst, I was just wondering, is there anybody in the ADC that you like, that you sort of fancy their chances?
I don't know everybody there, but I already told you the people that will not work, they will lose. If you have Rufai, Atiku, those kind of people, they will lose. They will lose the whole South and Middle Belt. They will lose it. They will lose again to this government that you have. Okay. But Obi is clean. But if you have, there might be other people that are better than Obi there.
Obi has said he will do only one term. Obi has said he will do only one term. Let them give it to him.
Okay, but he's the only one that have a chance to win. Okay. He's the one that beat Tinubu in Lagos. He can win South, Middle Belt, and then whatever he can get from Upper North. You know, they need the best player, the best striker. You give the best striker the ball.
Okay, it's an interesting point that Dr. Anakwenze is making, that he beat Tinubu in Lagos. I've been reading that, okay, well, statistically it must be recorded as such, but That will not happen again. Whatever the lacuna was has been addressed.
No. The thing is that will be, as they claim, had more vote than Tinubu in Lagos, shows you that Tinubu is a Democrat.
Okay.
Because this is Tinubu's
very much
area. Yeah.
This is very much what Tinubu himself said at the time.
Yeah, it shows that Tinubu is a Democrat. People accuse him of this and that, but you cannot be better than that. That Tinubu allowed that result. Because area boys in Lagos could have been able to hijack those results so that they don't come back. But he never did that. He allowed democracy to play through. That is the kind of president that you need. Not people who are so desperate to be in power. But again, you know, Tinubu was relaxed. Okay, this is Lagos. We've done so much for our people. Why do we bother to over-campaign and do this? And then, of course, this happened. But I think it's good that it happened and Tinubu still won the election. So you don't even need to win your base to win the election. Once you are good all over the country, you have the support of the entire country, you can win. So I think it's a credit to Tinubu that
actually the loss, the loss in Lagos and the presidential actually was something of a...
And they won everywhere. And the man was not bothered. He didn't fight the Lagos result. So Tinubu should be commended. But I don't know why people are not seeing it in that light. You know. I'm not sure that it would have been easy for a electoral officer to leave Katsina State if you say you want Atiku in Katsina. But yeah, Tinubu allowed it. And that's why Lagos is a great town. You know, those who have been managing the affairs of Lagos, like Tinubu and co, have done very well in this town.
And so you don't...
they have not done very well. A lot of non-DG would not be staying here. I've won election twice, Federal House in Lagos. But Tinubu did not tell his boys, oh, go and fight him.
And at that time you were of the PDP.
I was a PDP. So I give credit to him. You know, and Lagos is, the EDGs of Lagos are very good people. Look, I won the election first as councillor twice in Lagos, under Badegry local government. The EDGs could have said, no, go back to your DC. They never did that. They allowed me. You know, so I got a say, I said, let me join them. These people are good. You must give it to them. In a lot of areas in this country, go there and say, don't DDG and say you want to go and win the election to win them. They won't allow you, even if you get the vote. So these are the issues. So I think it's a credit to this. But my point about Obi is a good man. But let him not try to be too desperate.
Okay.
You know,
for instance,
stating
that he would do only one term if allowed.
He shouldn't be saying that.
Yeah. Nobody asked him.
You can't solve all Nigeria in one term. Just like Tinubu have served only 2 years, and people are criticizing him. A man who inherited the finances of a country when 97% of the entire income of the country was being used to service debts. So Tinubu met the treasury in very bad mood. If he didn't do what he did, removing fuel subsidy, etc., this country would have crumbled financially. IMF would have come to take it over as if we are a company that is delinquent. You know, so the man had been there for 2 years. And that goes back to be, from the time Tinubu entered, in less than 6 months, less than 2 years, Obi is criticizing Tinubu abroad. You go abroad, you criticize them, Nigeria is bad, Nigeria is easy. At the end of the day, you are the one helping to drive away investors from coming to the country. So if you have to be, you win the election now, how are you going to run the country when you've driven away investors and everybody? So my appeal to Obi is that remain calm, you are a good material. Obi will become president one day, but this is not his time.
Not in this dispensation.
No, let him allow Tinubu to finish second term.
Yes.
Just like Buhari, who was so bad, finished 8 years. Tinubu is grappling with problems, and he's solving them. Allow Tinubu to finish his DC, and then his time will come. But when you are too much in a hurry, you stumble. And that's what happened to Atiku. Obasanjo was ready to hand over to him as his vice. But just before Obasanjo finished first term, Atiku came back and want to become president. Obasanjo had to prostrate for Atiku before he allowed Obasanjo to win the primary for a second term. And Obasanjo said, is that so? He will never become president. So instead of handing over to him, Obasanjo went to go and look for Yaradua, who now took over from him. So Atiku had the chances, but it was too much in the hurry. You know, if Tinubu could win the election when the president, Buhari, did not support him in primary, the National Chairman didn't support him in primary, and he won. And the general election, they didn't support him. The man won the election. He had nobody. Is it now that he's appointed the National Chairman of his choice who will work hard for the party? Is it that the Inspector General of Police? Is it that he will appoint a new INEC Chairman? The Chief Justice of the Federation was appointed under him. I'm not saying that he's going to rig the election with this, but I'm only just saying if the man could win at the time his leg and hands were tied. Now his hands are loose.
Yes.
His leg is loose. And you say you want to defeat him. My advice to Obi is, sir, you are somebody I love. Don't waste your money on this election. When you come in at your time, of course, you save your 8 years.
Yes, at your right time.
You save your 8 years. For you to be promising, I will serve only 4 years. I mean, who will vote for you to go and serve 4 years? What problem are you going to solve in the country? Well, so he's the only good material there, but I advise him, because I've worked with him before. That's what we campaigned together in 2019. We went around the whole Lagos state, you know. So I know him that he's a good man, but let him not be too desperate. That's what I tell Obi. Okay.
The other, Dr. Anakwenze has also said that Obi is a good man.
Yes.
I know, and, you know,
should be patient.
There are a lot of people who feel like that, but that he should be patient.
Yeah.
But Dr. Anakwenze, he has said that he will run, he will actually, he needs just one term. And there are people who are saying, but who asked you? Why did we ask you? I don't know what you feel about it, seeing as you've said that he is a good man.
Yeah, he's excellent. He's better than all these people you have now. In politics, nobody tells somebody to wait for somebody to finish. Don't you see America? The Democrats are attacking the Republicans. They're saying Trump is not doing this. That's how it is. They have a right to say what they want to say. You know, we say 4 years, that's just politics. When he gets there, they will tell him, oh, you're doing a good job, continue for another 4 years. That's just politics. When I mentioned that will be one in Lagos, APC won in Ebonyi State, they won in Imo State. So it has nothing to do other than APC won in Imo State, they won in Ebonyi State. Those are Igbo land. And it will be one in Lagos. There's nothing wrong with that. It means he's appealing to people who are not Igbo. That's what it means to me. He can reach across to other people. He can reach across to Yoruba people. That's what it means to me. There's nothing wrong with him winning in Lagos. There's nothing wrong with Tinubu winning in Ebonyi or winning in Imo State. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just telling you that he has that ability, and I'm just telling you that, on the contrary, Atiku cannot win the South and Middle Belt. Neither does El-Rufai. That's what I'm telling you, they will lose.
Okay. Flat. Now, additionally, I think part of the challenge will be that people of the ADC that were on ground before, you know, the people with the coalition people have been invited in, have been saying that there are rules, they have a constitution, and there is no such thing as interim. The concept of interimship is not recorded anywhere in their constitution. As these guys are going, as you know, the chairman is interim chairman, the other person, the secretary is interim secretary. What do you think about all of that? Because they should be going by the rules so that they don't have problems later on.
I agree that they should go by the rules. They should follow the party rules. If it's me, I will retain the chairman you have now. I will do it. And then if they are corrupt, then you remove them on the basis of that. I wouldn't be tinkering with that kind of internal fighting. But that's for that. But the main thing is for them to feature the best striker. You give them the ball, they will score the goal. That's the main thing. Any Nigerian can run. Nobody should be waiting for anybody to finish their time.
Okay.
Anybody. It's like that in America. The Democrats are preparing to kick out Trump for the next time so they can take over. That's how it is.
Let me stay with you for a bit. You have a situation where they come along, you know, in this coalition and say that they want to unseat the incumbent. And they're going to need to, look, they're going to need evidence. So I don't know, is it that they have actually looked at everything that's going on and have decided that there is nothing whatsoever that has happened? Because that seems to be the logic that they are following, and everybody knows that that is foolhardy logic. You can't say that nothing has happened, but that seems to be what they are saying.
We can do so much more better. You know, that you remove subsidies doesn't mean you've made progress. But you can do the subsidy, you can do it over a 2 years period. That's how they would do it in America. Not
Yes.
all of it. Beat somebody. There's nobody said that is better, and nobody else can beat him. Tinubu, whatever is done, it can be done better.
Okay, yeah. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, on this issue of subsidy, don't forget that during the campaign, it was clear. Atiku said he would remove the subsidy once it's in
Obi
office.
said it.
Obi said he would remove the subsidy while he was in office. All of them said it. Even Buhari said he would remove it, but he didn't have the political will to do it. Obasanjo said he didn't have the political will. So if Tinubu have not removed it the first time he came in, lobbyists would have come. Don't forget that the figure at the time government was paying subsidy, the figure they gave of petroleum consumption, once they removed the subsidy, they saw that it was less than half. So they were just using the subsidy to steal Nigerian money. And that's what Tinubu have stopped. I mean, look at projects, the various railway projects coming up, the various roads coming up from the east down to the south, going to the north, from Badagry going to Sokoto. Look at the road going south-south, going from Lagos, the coastal road going to Calabar, the area where passing through 9 states where oil is produced. 30 kilometers have been done already in less than 2 years of coming to office. Don't forget that when he came to office, you have to present budget, you have to work on this thing first. It's not as if the first day you come to office, you start working. The man is being in office for just 2 years.
Just 2 years. And
it deserves a lot of time. And the programs he has put on ground, they are doing them.
Yeah.
If you care to know, ask David Maya, the most excellent works minister that Nigeria has ever had. Find out from him. The jobs are going on. Look at the railway project that is coming, private partnership. It's all going. Before you cannot go to Kaduna by road, the roads are good. If bandits were not there, the roads are good. You know, even coming from Abuja to Lagos by road, now the road is much, much better. Before you leave Abuja by 7 a.m. in the morning, you will get to Lagos until 10 p.m. You know, today at least you can come, you get here by around 7, which is much better. The period can be reduced. What I'm saying is that in the 2 years, it's working. Look at Abuja now. Look at road project that Wike is commissioning. That is Tinubu's government. The man is working. People just sit down in their villages and come and say, oh, he has not done anything.
Yeah.
How can you do that conclusion?
So
I've not seen any government in Nigeria within 2 years that have done exactly what Tinubu have done. Give him time in 4 years and let us see his scorecard. You will see that it's better.
Dr. Nakwenze?
Yeah.
So
I wanted to chip into this.
Please.
You know, because you know somebody you see he's going 1 mile an hour, you think he's doing great. It could be 100 miles an hour. You're limited. You're shortening yourself. Let me tell you, countries that judge based on GDP, gross domestic product. If your gross domestic product is not high, your naira will be low. All the countries are compared based on what are you producing and shipping out. We are not shipping out anything. We're importing matches. We're importing toothpick. That's the way the focus is needed to be put in. What can we produce? We have places that can do those things if the government encourages them. You're talking about railroad going here, railroad going here. But there's no railroad going to where in Nigeria where they can make things. They are making cars in Nnewi for the past 20 years. SUVs, Jeeps, trailers, they're making batteries. All those are they can manufacture things and compete with China and this thing. But you don't have railroad going through Onitsha, going through Nnewi, going through Aba, and going to the ocean and putting it in the ship and shipping out. If you are not producing and shipping out, you're not going anywhere. Stop depending on oil. It's just wasting to share money, Nigerian oil money. But you can put railroad, you're putting it in the wrong place. Put it in the place that can produce for all Nigerians so that we can rise in the world. They are comparing you to America and Japan. What are you producing compared to America and Japan? And you're not producing anything. You're importing toothpick and matches.
So I think I agree with you.
Yes.
I agree with what
because what he's saying essentially is that we can do better than has been done.
I've agreed to that.
And everybody...
But don't forget that, let you look at the railway where it's passing through Aba. It's passing through Onitsha. Even the road, find out from where, the major expressway in the east, that is going to be 5 lanes on one side, is passing through all these critical areas. So all we need to do is to be patient with a government that has been there for less than 2 years. You know, the thing is said is correct, but this has been done. If you look at the commodity side, agriculture, rice, beans, everything, the government is pouring money in, even textile. But the rot of over 40 years, you cannot correct it in 2 years. So, Engineer Alakwe is correct, what he has said, but what I can tell him is that if he looks deep, and listen to the ministers who are in charge, exactly what he's saying is being done. I'm happy you mentioned Innocent Motors in Nnewi. Yes. They are producing cars.
Yes. And
the federal government is encouraging him. They are patronizing him. Go to the airport in Abuja. All the big buses be using Innocent vehicle. If you go to some of these mass transit that Tinubu have procured, some have not been released yet, Innocent Motors is benefiting from it a lot. So the government of Tinubu is encouraging Nigerian industrialists
wherever they happen
more.
To be.
But my appeal is, let's be patient a little bit. You know, let's be patient a little bit. You will see it as it comes out.
Okay, indeed. You know, as a final thought, Dr. Anakwenze, how do you react to that? Because you've just said that, look, somebody doing, you know, a particular distance in an hour, you know, and you are hailing him that he's doing well. The point of your expression, of course, was that there's so much better that we can be done. But look, we have to start from somewhere, right? And what, you know, has just been said by Honorable Emma Ogo here, surely there's no denying that. Hello, sir. Has the thing frozen?
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm here.
Okay. You know, I said I'm sure you even though I take on board the criticism that you have had, that look, let people just get on with it. We can do better. But surely you will also appreciate that which has been achieved.
Like I told you, we can do better. You know, I'm a medical doctor in America. We believe in excellence all the time. I'm an American doctor.
Even we in Nigeria here, we believe in excellence.
I know.
Even we in Nigeria here, we believe in excellence all the time too.
Okay, and I know Nigerian people are very intelligent. I know that because I see what they do all over the world. So I just want us to get on our game at the highest level so we can be. The whole black world depends on us. The whole black world. We are the one that can be in the UN with permanent votes to represent black people, Caribbean, the whole of Africa. They are depending on Nigeria. We don't have room to mess around.
All right.
We need to really put our best players to score.
Thank you very much. We're going to have to leave it there. Thank you very much for taking the trouble to join us this morning. Really appreciate you, Dr. Nwachukwu Anakwenze, business policy analyst. And